É qualquer coisa. Ah, estás a ouvir o vídeo? Deve estar a ouvir vídeo, mas é do... Da coisa, por causa da stream. Espera aí. Será que vamos estar no cu muito tempo?
As Sivir lies betrayed and bleeding, something incredible occurs. For though she does not know it, Sivir is the last in the bloodline of Azir, Shurima's lost.
Não começa?
And as her blood soaks into the ancient sands, a deep magic sparks to life. Resurrection.
Bem, diz uma média de 3 minutos. Mas esses 3 minutos são 2 horas.
His mind, then his body, snatched back from oblivion to be reborn.
Ui.
Then he sees
Hey.
Sivir, wonders at her face. He sees himself in this daughter of Shurima. In that moment, he has no thought of empires or rituals. He only knows she needs his help. He must take her to the oasis of the dawn, the mother of life. He smells the waters, smells of life. He prays he's in time. He does not dream that he, Shurima's greatest emperor, can at long
Está a demorar muito.
earn his
Conheça.
ascension and bring back his broken city. He dares not dream that if he can save her, Azir can save them all.
Alto. Ok, já estamos on the line, bottom. Fazer suporte. Ora, Miss Fortune. Ou Caitlyn. Nah, Miss Fortune. Apesar de que eu acho que a Caitlyn tem mais alcance que a Miss Fortune e o que me lixa é o alcance. Tu baniste a Jana? A Jana não é a outra que tu tens? Havias de ter banido a Lux, meu. Estamos fodidos. Claro que o adversário vai escolher a Lux. Olha o Garen. Olha. Acabou o jogo. Que filha da mãe. Ai não. Não escolheram.
Welcome to the League
Of Draven. Olha a Zira. O suporte. Já viste o suporte? Tu estás aí, ó Lulu. Lulu? Oui, c'est moi. Gladiator Draven não é horrível. Ui, Varus. Não gosto muito. Agora vamos começar a jogar. Eu esqueço-me sempre de fazer o rei da... Fogo. Eu vou criar um coisa a seguir. Não posso esquecer. Vamos lá ver, Darius. Garen de ADC. Ok, o jungler deles assusta um bocadinho. Alto, estamos em jogo.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Ok. Nosso jungler não é completamente idiota. E já agora vou meter aqui um.
Minions have spawned.
15 segundos. 12, 11, 10. Já me estava a esquecer de meter a jogarem. Mete ali, Lulu. Ali, ali, não! Era no outro. O mais importante. Não comece já no engage. Tem calma.
Só voltei. Peraí, gente, estás-me a ouvir?
Só?
Ah, fixe. Olha, já não vou mais. Cara, a partir de agora vou defender-te a completo. Vou-me armar em atacar constantemente. Isso só nos trouxe suicídio.
Filhos da puta.
Cuidado. Cuidado, falta 6 segundos
Para?
para dar o cooldown. Eu tenho que te avisar quando é que eu te posso dar escudo. Não avança, olha a tua vida!
Yeah. Tenho que ir à base, filhos da puta obrigam-me a ir à base, mas é melhor ir à base do que morrer. E vou meter aqui um itemzinho para me dar aquela vantagem.
Olha, eu vou-te avisando quando é que eu posso te dar
Ah, e
shield.
ele trocou com o gajo com o mágico não sei quê. Com o mágico não sei quê. Estava como top. Ele trocou para bot.
Olha, eu vou-te avisando quando é que eu tenho o meu shield, que eu preciso te avisar constantemente.
Ok.
Não quero que tu morras. Literalmente, a minha prioridade é defender, não atacar. Eu sou mesmo otário quando tento atacar. Se eu fosse a Morgana era diferente.
A puta da Zira, meu. Estes bichinhos que ela mete.
São OPs e chatos, eu
Yeah.
percebo.
Foda-se, já me está quase a matar outra vez, meu. Como é que é possível?
Eu não posso ajudar que me atirem vida sequer. Recua, acho que é melhor recuar. Se eu estou sem mana eu não te consigo curar. Eu não te consigo ajudar.
Pá, isto são muito OPs, estes bots, já estou a ver.
Cuidado, estou sem mana. Pronto, já tenho mana para só um shield.
Pá, a
Mas
cena é
só
que eu não posso estar sempre a ir à base.
Está bem, mas sempre é melhor ir 50 vezes à base do que morrer 20 vezes.
Pois é. Só que não preciso. Olha a puta do ult já. É que não posso mesmo fazer nada, não há nada que eu possa fazer. Eles têm um alcance, filha da
Boa,
puta.
vai queimando tempo, queima tempo. Não! Eu estou sem mana, já te disse, boia. Eu estou sem mana e tu vais tentar puxar.
Eu não estou a tentar puxar, eu estava a fugir. Só que ela meteu-me lento a fugir.
Pronto, olha, eu agora estou com a habilidade de... Já tenho aumento de mana regen, ou seja, eu neste momento estou a ganhar 4.5 de mana por segundo. Ou seja, já é o suficiente para te dar cura. Ah, e o meu cooldown foi reduzido, ou seja, eu agora só preciso esperar 9 segundos para te ajudar. Vai, se quiseres podes atacar. Eu vou estar a defender. Eu não me importo de perder vida, acho eu.
An ally has been slain.
3 segundos. Sim. 3, 2, 1.
Espera,
já
mas não
tá.
carregues. Já
Eu
carrega só quando
eu
for.
só quando vier um ataque, que eu vou tentar fazer o melhor timing possível. Mano, eles agora têm uma vantagem enorme sobre nós. Eles têm o ulti.
Eu não tenho, eu já.
Sim, estão em nível 6.
Eu também não devo demorar muito. Vê se eles estão na selva. Não, já fugiram.
Pronto, já tenho o meu ulti.
Não estão, pois não?
Has been slain.
Não.
Não, eles estão ali.
Vais meter aí em cima.
É.
Está ali, está ali, está ali.
Não, eles não têm o último, eu bem me parece.
Quando quiser, tens-me que avisar quando é que vão atacar às vezes. Eu não sei, eu não consigo ver. Yes, acertei, aumentei a minha mana máxima.
Chegou a Zira, Alzira. Já tenho o ulti.
Avisa-me se fores atacado ou se precisares de suporte. Que eu estou aqui sempre pronto para ti. Ai que sorte agora! Tu não perdeste vida.
Não.
Já é a segunda vez que não perdes vida. É a terceira vez que és atacado e ainda não perdeste vida. Como é que te sentes?
Ao menos matei o suporte deles.
Vai com tudo.
Agora não posso.
esquece. Não vais, não vais. Como é que tu estás em nível 6 e eu em 7?
Porque eu sou muito forte.
Bora, bora, bora.
Vamos tentar tirar o terreno plating.
Já está uma. Ah, mais outra.
Foge!
Deixa estar. Não faz mal que eu perdi um bocadinho de vida. Dito o suporte.
Que itens é que eles têm? Não tem grande coisa.
Pensei que eles iam te atacar agora.
E
sério.
tentaram, só que falharam. Acho
Ah,
eu.
ok. E há que eles acertaram.
Que ele deve ter mexido no rato sem querer, em qualquer coisa ou assim, e
Olha, um gajo está aqui em cima.
não sabes.
Não,
Podem
tem
estar à
quase- eu não
espera
sei,
para
mas tenho
subir.
certeza.
Vamos lá, ver. Meter uma shard.
Queres? Pode tentar, mas.
Eu só vou
Olha,
meter a shard. E vazo logo. Tu vês? Já, está ali, ó.
Olha, como é que é possível ele estar a fazer channeling e estar a andar ao mesmo tempo?
Olha, eu vou fazer channeling porque eu já tenho o dinheiro para itens. E bons itens. Vou
Então,
buscar.
eu também vou, que eu também tenho muitos. Pronto.
Vou pegar neste só. Para já, afinal, só tenho para este e chega-me. Até podia ter comprado mais qualquer um. Para me dar aquela edgezinha contra eles. O gajo tem 25 attack damage.
Olha, já comprei o meu Ardent Sensor.
É pena não ter o ult.
Espera por mim, deixa-me...
Boa. Mesmo na horinha. Olha, o gajo
Mano, eu não te
falhou,
posso
boa.
deixar perder vida. É a minha prioridade número 1. Cuidado. Espera aí. Pronto, já foste.
Não foi nada.
3. Ok, boa.
O gajo está gigante. Eu não consigo
Não, é
matar
sim
a
a
Zira.
realidade dele.
Sim, mas eu não consigo matar a Zira. Ao menos matei um, tá bom.
É.
Mete um no outro mato acima.
Eu meti um aqui em baixo.
Eu já tenho a cena de cura. Vou já. Vou usar já, que é para
Prepara-te.
ele voltar a fazer cooldown. Consegues meter um aqui, olha.
Não, então se eu acabei de usá-lo lá em baixo. Falhou.
Eu sou a vítima do Garen. Boa.
Ah, ele estava a mirar para mim.
Matei-o!
Oh, isso é porque eu neguei-lhe os ataques. viste?
Mas não devia ter arriscado, pá.
Feito isto.
Foda-se.
Fizeste as neiras e deste uma kill. Mas olha.
Ah pá,
viste-
mas dei uma kill, pronto, sempre é melhor. Eu podia era comprar estas merdas e ter ataque.
Mas viste o que é que eu fiz? Eu fiz com que ele não te pudesse atacar. Tu estavas a 10% de vida e ele estava ainda a 40%. E como eu neguei-lhe durante 1.5 segundos ele não pode atacar, eu dei-te um suporte autêntico. Anda. Anda
Eu vou
rápido,
comprar
olha o
um
tempo que está a
destes.
contar. Olha o que o tempo está a contar! O tempo está a contar, mas estás aí a...
Estou indeciso em qual é que vou comprar, mas vou comprar um.
Mano, a cada segundo que tu estás a demorar, estás a ajudar a equipa adversária a conseguir ganhar.
Não te
A cada...
preocupes.
Preocupa-me sim, porque tu estás aí a...
Estou a escolher
Não
o
parece?
item. É preferível esperar uns segundos escolher um item do que não fazer nada. A gaja não compra nada, a Zira. É noob.
Ou talvez já o Champion já é bom o suficiente, tem itens.
Não. Tem que comprar itens, mano, senão tu és tolo.
Eu sei, claro, estou defendendo.
Foda-se. Eu ainda não tenho
Dois,
ult. Eu queria ult.
já está. Já tenho shield. Ah, eles estão atrás de mim, ajuda-me.
Matei-o. Que é isto? És tu? Foste tu que me deste?
eu
Foste tu que me
meti-te
tornaste grande.
Esqueces que eu dou-te a habilidade de ficar gigante?
O puto dos minions estão tudo a atacar-me. Vem
Hoje.
ali o nosso jungler.
Boa, olha a vida, olha a vida.
Não
Olha a
mexe que eu
vida,
tenho
vai.
ult, eu tinha ult. A vida, tem que recuar mesmo. Merda.
Ah, como é que ele me matou, mano? Como é que me matou? Não, isto não é.
Tenho que ir à base, foda-se. Merda.
Estava a saber como é que eu morri. Sinceramente.
Vou comprar mais este item. Eu tenho que comprar lifesteal. Eu tenho que ter lifesteal,
Olha a vida,
senão
olha
não
a
tenho
vida,
hipótese.
olha a tua vida, tens pouca.
Mas já tenho lifesteal. Mato minions e ganho vida.
Está bem, isto também. É, todos os dias sempre a dizer a
Yeah,
mesma
e
merda.
eles a nível de
Pô.
itens não têm grande coisa. A Zira não tem nada, nem compra itens, nem deve saber. Comprou umas botas e... Surrender? Mas estes gajos serão bons da cabeça. E ainda não perdemos nenhuma... Mete não, mete não. Foda-se. Olha, matei outro.
Não mataste a Zara. Olha atrás, atrás, atrás. Ok, ligado.
Se eu fosse destruir uma bola, se eu destruir uma bola, mas não és nada. E o Magic morreu.
Um bocado.
Como é que este gajo me matou, mano? Foda-se.
E olha a
Já
regen
jogas
dele.
Magic tu?
Hã?
Já não jogas
Olha a
Magic?
regen dele, já está a meia.
Foda-se. Eu tenho que meter outro item.
Ele vai por aqui para cima.
Eu não havia de o ter deixado matar.
Has been slain.
O deixei matar-me, fodi-me. Mas o jungler deles é o tal que tem o nível 60 e tal.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Quem é o nosso...
Mas se estes me deixarem fazer feed deles, que esses parecem estar a deixar, parecem estar fraquinhos o
Quem é
suficiente
o nosso jungler? Pode
para eu
dizer.
fazer feed deles. E se me deixarem... Se eles me deixarem fazer feed deles, man. É porreiro. Olha a Zira ali. Tu com este não me consegues pôr grande, pois não? Não é este campeão que me faz isso, pois não?
É.
Has been destroyed.
Então eu deito há bocado ou esqueci de merda?
Foda-se, filho da puta, ainda consegui fugir.
Podias continuar a atacar, que ele ainda tinha 3
Eu sei,
minions
mas olha, olha, lá vem ele. Foda-se, mas matei.
Ah, mano, reporta o nosso jungler, a sério. Por favor, reporta o nosso jungler. O nosso jungler... Temos 2 FK, agora preciso... Ok?
Nossa torrent foi destruída. Ah, só estamos 3 gajos a jogar. Por isso é que não tenho jungler, só estamos 3, ouviste?
É.
Somos só 3 jogadores.
Aumenta aí, surrender.
Já não dá porque eu meti não, porque enganei-me.
Agora, mas agora fazes tu, barra surrender.
Não dá.
Escreve no chat isto.
Não dá. Tu bastas carregares no escape e tem lá a opção surrender, mas agora está bloqueada porque não desistimos ainda.
Eu vou dar feed.
An ally has been
Eu vou dar feed, esquece.
Não deixes vir nada. Temos é que dar destrói. Ainda ganhamos, mano.
Mano, reporta os dois da nossa equipa.
Has been destroyed.
A gaja fugiu ainda. Anda pelo meio, não vale a pena estarmos a fugir. Lá vem o gigante dele. Yeah, não adianta nada.
Enemy double kill.
Mas sim.
Tem que ser. 3 não dá. 5 contra 3 não dá mesmo. É simplesmente estúpido. Eu vou reportar os dois gajos, claro. AFK. Foda-se, que é essa merda.
É FK, mano, e mais que FK, foda-se.
É só AFK, basta isso. Quais é que são? É o Shanzhao e o outro logo a seguir. São os que saíram. Oh, anda lá.
Ok.
Vamos lá procurar outro joguinho.
Mano, eu estou forte, cara. Suporte. Tipo, suporte não dá kills nenhum.
Então não dá.
Não.
Não precisas de ter kills. Precisas é de ganhar. Ora.
Mano, estes gajos tipo como estes deviam de morrer.
Aí. Cuidado. Isso não se diz, pá. Ok, temos jogo. Vai ser a Miss Fortune, como é óbvio.
E eu? Tenho que banir quem?
Lux, man. Lux, sempre a
Not a
Lux.
problem.
Não é a Jana? Não, a Jana esquece, é Lux, é Lux, é Lux.
Primeiro ver, claro, se há alguém da nossa equipa que está a jogar com a Lux, ou que quer a Lux. Vou dar gás.
O Vel'Koz. Estou a pensar em Vel'Koz depois.
Quem caralho é o Belcos?
Not a problem.
Maneira Lux.
Também gosto da Vayne.
Ashe?
Mas
Quem
o
é
meu
que vai
main
na
acho que vai
Ashe?
ser aquele. Mas o Vayne é top. A Vayne é top, mas o outro também é o Draven.
Podes-me dizer que...
Vayne. O gajo está indeciso em quem escolher. Olha, a Morgana já está lá. Morgana e Vayne. Yeah.
Morgana e Vayne. Pô, já vem aí a dupla. A dupla que vamos foder.
Não, a Vayne precisa mais é de alguém que lhe dê vida. Quem é o Marte Martinho?
Welcome to
Huh?
the League of Draven.
Quem é o Marte Martinho 12? Para estás a dizer isso, esta conversa.
Porque é o mesmo gajo que no lobby anterior. Quando saímos.
O que desistiu?
Não, o que íamos entrar agora. Há bocado, quer dizer.
Ah,
Eu vi, a tag era Eric, que é esse gajo.
vamos lá. Dar pau. O que aconteceu? Saímos. E eu esqueci. Voltei, mas esqueci. Porquê é que eu me esqueço sempre de fazer a macro? Fazer macro, fazer macro, fazer macro, fazer macro, fazer macro, fazer macro, fazer macro. Well, este está mais equilibrado, apesar de que o gajo que vai fazer de Bane, para além de ter muita experiência com a Bane, é top. E temos um gajo de Morgana, se ele souber jogar de Morgana, estamos um bocadinho fodidos. Por isso com estes temos que jogar com extra precaução. Bem,
Olha, a Venham Morgana não tem lá muitos pontos.
tem,
É
tem.
uma-
Olha, a Vayne é 41. É só o gajo com mais nível de todo o jogo. Depois tem 7200 com a Vayne.
7.200, eu tenho 9.000 com a Lulu.
Pronto, só que tu és nível 23, ele é nível 41. Depois tem o nível 27, Morgana, com 2500. Também é bem bom.
O que é que tem? Estou melhor que a Morgana e tu és melhor do que a Vayne. Acredita, eu basta defender-te que tu tens o cu protegido. Realmente, tens o cu
O
protegido.
dragão saiu bastante do sítio.
E depois temos como jungler a Annie.
Não, Shogat.
Não, isso é a equipa adversária. Jarvan 7 é o nosso.
Jarvan 4
Não,
é o
quatro.
nosso.
Quatro. Quem
Jungle.
é o Caçadinho?
Hum?
Caçadinho.
Este aqui 23, mas só joga com a Yanni, meu. Este só joga com a Yanni. Kassadim é o top.
Nunca vi esse gajo.
E aqui é nível 36, é o nosso nível maior. E vai enfrentar um 14, é bem capaz de fazer feed dele. E se fizer feed dele, brevemente vai estar grandalhão. Vamos 4 para aqui, foi, né?
To Summoner's Rift.
Quem tu vais?
Meter a shard ali.
30 seconds.
Olha, onde é que o nosso jungler está?
Está ali. Mete shard aí, cara. Isso. Ah, ok. Ele fez bem. Ele meteu a shard, esperou para meter a shard.
Yeah.
Que era o que havíamos de fazer. Olha, o jungler deles também já lá foi.
Tu viste?
Vi. Como ele meteu ali a shard, deu para ver ele a aparecer ali. Quer dizer, não sei se era o jungler, sei que foi um boneco dele ali.
Minions have spawned.
Olha, a Vayne ali, olha. É que a minha habilidade dá para esbardalhar a Vayne no início. Só tenho que apanhar a arma. 4 segundos, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bora.
Ei, acreditas que foi o nosso mid que ficou com a kill?
Não foi nada, foi Jarvan. Ele é que subiu para nível 2.
Ah, estavas atento, cabrão.
Vai a... Vai ali ao coisa.
Já meti.
Para já a Morgana usou mal a habilidade. Aí não apanhei, foda-se que nada.
Porquê? Agora vais ter que ficar com muito cooldown, não vai ver? Fogo, assustei-me e pensei que precisavas de suporte.
Não apanhei a arma por causa da vaca da Morgana. Foda-se.
Estás a levar uma?
Hã?
Estás a levar?
Então o que ela está-me a conseguir prender?
Então começa a fugir. Acertei! Cuidado! Se eu fosse a ti recuava, mas
Eu vou
ok.
recuar. Sai. Caralho. Foda-se, como é que me mataram, filhos da puta? Como é que me conseguiu ainda ir buscar?
Roll.
LOL não!
Regular.
Hã?
Regular. Roll.
Mas eu já estava longe, eu fiz flash! Como é que me acertou ainda?
Tive alcance. Olha, dá-me um minuto.
Como é que a Vayne está a dar
vou
cabo de
demorar.
nós, man? Não era suposto.
Has been slain.
É?
An ally has been slain.
Não posso. Porquê? Fogo. Olha. Não posso mesmo, desculpa. Diz-me então qual é o canal que eu mudo. 4. Está dando a 4. Ok, é o gajo.
Foda-se lá, puta da vaca, como é que ela me está a acertar sempre? Foda-se.
Também numa partida.
An ally has been slain.
Mas cada segundo que eu fico fora do jogo conta muito. Deixa eu estar. Olha, eu estou em chamada com um colega.
E falas baixo também, é sério?
Tu porquê é que tu metes sempre? Tu estás numa conversa e tu, olha, vamos meter aqui como parece que estou a Olha, acertei logo nos 2 cêntimos. Tá? Mas é burro.
Não é não. Ele não está a ver à espera de levar.
Pô, eu estava a esperar que ele virasse agora.
Agora suposto ter lifesteal.
Tenho certeza que eu fiz lá que se eu.
Foda-se, eu não consegui apanhar.
Estou com 600 de mana.
É que com a Morgana ali eu não posso fazer o que quero. Deixa-me ter uma shard aqui, mas é não vá o jungler deles aparecer.
I've got pain to serve.
Cuidado, olha aí à direita.
O que é que tem à direita? À direita é a Morgana. E eu estou
Sei, mas
protegido
ela
pelos
está aí
minions.
arbuças.
Mas eu estou protegido pelos minions.
Feito logo suporte, eu pensei que ele ia acertar-te agora. Espera aí, 3, 2. Olha a Morgan, olha, a Venham já está a soro.
Já está desde o início do jogo, quase. Eu só queria era uma oportunidade de jeito.
Como é que sabes evitar a Morgana? Pá?
Hã?
Como é que sabes evitar a Morgana?
Agora estou a evitar a Morgana, não evitei foi a torre, filha da punha.
Como é que a Morgana decidiu você evitar o meu ataque?
An enemy has been slain.
Afasta-te um bocado.
Olha o ult, olha o meu ult. Olha a Vayne, a Sora. Caralho, por pouco ia lá fodê-la.
Ah, pois é, toca mais rápido, desculpa.
Fica, 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 sai.
Olha a minha mana que está muito baixa.
Vamos já à base os dois. Também tenho um item para ir buscar. Foge, 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 foge. Foge. Vamos à base que também dá tempo ao meu item de renascer. Ao meu ult de voltar. O que é que ele foi comprar a Vayne? A Vayne está cheia de merdas. Attack damage, health, attack speed.
Exato, está má então.
150 health, ability power, não sei o que é. Ok, não tem nada de especial.
Anda. E que puta de speed!
É a minha segunda habilidade. Dá-me speed.
A minha primeira habilidade é que te dá speed para caralho. Dá-te só 33% extra.
O que é isto? Não sei.
Eu nunca vi uma Morgana assim.
Eu também não faço. Deve ser uma habilidade. Deve ser um...
Item.
Yeah. Eep. Foda-se.
Nunca te deixes alguém me matar. Se eu fosse a ti, recuava rápido.
Não, que a Morgana está ali no mato. Yeah. Vês?
Oi, apanhei de surpresa. Oh, eu não acerto, não sei porquê.
Não, é difícil. Vamos recuar. Vamos recuar.
Vai para a base?
E eu não estou a ganhar vida, não.
Que timing! Eu curei-te mesmo, eu dei-te ele no momento exato.
Caralho.
O quê? Vais dizer, quase que me acertava, não é?
Yeah.
Eu sei. Foi mesmo uma sorte do caralho que eu tive agora. Ui! Outra!
É o deles ainda por cima. Não temos hipótese assim. Eu tenho que ir à base, não tenho hipótese.
Espera aí, espera, rápido, olha aí, vem aí o nosso jungler.
Boa! Foda-se. E morri. Filha da puta, fiquei fodido agora.
Pronto, eu vou ir ter contigo, Calmex.
Eu escusava de ter morrido.
Ah, isso é garantido, meu primaço.
Ui, estão muitos no meio. Eu era gajo... E aquele é nível 3, eu era gajo para ir lá fodê-lo. Não faças isso, pá.
É para te ajudar, boy.
Não, não mates isso. deixa isso para o jungle. Mas estava ali o nível 3 deles, mano.
Doesn't get better than this.
Por isso que eu te fiz.
Não estava a olhar para aí. Está ali alguém! Viste alguém ali?
Morgana em cima.
Queres meter lá a shard?
Eu vou lá, não te preocupes. Olha, está ali a Vayne.
E a Morgana também.
Queres matar os dois? Eu tenho o meu ulti, pronto.
Querias, não querias?
Olha, se quiseres matá-los é só dizer.
Eles
todas
estão
as
muito
minhas
perto da
batalhas-
base deles.
Estão.
Vamos fugir, vamos fugir.
Olha, queres? Avisa-me quando quiseres fechar.
Foda-se, como é que a puta da Vayne me matou outra vez? Foda-se. Com caralho, mano. Foda-se. Estou a ficar mesmo fodido com isto. A Vayne não era suposto dar cabo de mim. Eu matei a Morgana, mas a Vayne conseguiu me matar a mim. Não adiantou nada aquilo, mano. Eu preciso de ataque damage. Eu já morri quantas vezes? 3 vezes. A Vayne, uma só. E já me matou 3 vezes.
Anda rápido, estou aqui à tua espera.
Vou meter outro destes. Pronto. Nem sei o que é que isto faz. Attack damage, já. Vamos lá. Tenho que foder a Vayne. Vou pelo mato para foder a Vayne.
Por cima?
Sim.
Aqui por cima? Então,
Tu
anda,
vai
eu
por
vou-
baixo, tu vai por baixo.
Eu sei.
Que é para ela ver para se afastar da torre. Que é o importante. Oh, já está lá a Morgana, esquece. Caga.
Estou mesmo na partida. Já disse que não vou sair da partida. Não é por mal, mas eu acho que tu usas mal o teu ulti.
Tem que ser, tem que aproveitar e tirar-lhes logo esta vida toda. O meu ult tem que ser quando consigo. O ideal é quando eu consigo apanhar o máximo número de inimigos. Foi o que eu fiz, apanhei 2.
Fogo. Unstoppable. Só odeio quando o jogo diz coisas que eu já sei, tipo, tu acabaste de morrer. Não me digas.
Your turret has been destroyed.
O que é isto que a Cassidine está a fazer?
Foi o dragão, alguém matou o dragão.
Não, olha aí, as exchange barrier teleporter. Espera, quem é Cassidine? Rápido, quem é Cassidine? Olha, eu tenho uma estratégia. E que tal eu negar os efeitos da Morgana? Oh, não,
Era
da Morgana
fixe.
não.
Da Morgana é que
consigo
tem que
negar.
ser.
Só preciso é chegar à beira dela que eu consigo tirar todos os ataques dela.
An ally has been slain.
Basta ficar perto que eu vou cancelar os ataques todos.
Recua, recua.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Qual torrent?
A de
Ah,
cima,
sim.
o top.
Eu só quero chegar à beira deles o mais perto possível. Assim nego os ataques, vais ver, ó. Diz a vida toda ainda.
Não sei. Também tenho 2 coisas de lifesteal.
Mete aí rápido.
E conseguimos fugir dela. Caçadinho já van 4. Nice. Eles já deixaram que eles vissem. Foda-se.
Quem é esta bandeira? Que apareceu durante algum tempo. Ah! Tu vais me dar a chamar a cada minuto?
Quem?
Oh, obrigado. Acertei. Olha quanta mana eu tenho. É ridículo agora a mana que eu tenho.
Foda-se. Puta que pariu. Tu não podes morrer, mano. Se tu morres, foi-se. E eu no meio deles.
Pois, o que é engraçado é que a Morgana morre e está tudo bem.
Yeah.
Literalmente.
Tá, porque a Vayne não morre. A Vayne... O ADC não pode morrer. O suporte é cagativo. O suporte está lá é para defender o ADC. E se tiver que morrer, morre. E eles estão a jogar bem nisso. A Morgana está-se a cagar. Ah, morreu. Está bem. Mais uma kill, mais 2, mais 3. Se lixe. Vamos dar cabo do suporte e do ADC deles. Está-se bem. É só com isso que eles estão a preocupar. E bem.
Vamos só ver uma coisa. 14 segundos, ok. Era tu?
Ah?
Foste tu que deste coisa?
Coisa que coisa. Eu só fiz... comprei um item e vim. Eu estava morto.
Perfection? I got that.
Este é teu, não é?
Acho que não é meu, acho. Ou talvez seja.
O que é que nós ainda estamos... O que é que se passa? Concederam?
Yeah,
Porquê?
não sei.
Se calhar estavam a jogar menos jogadores. Se calhar estavam a jogar menos jogadores. Vamos
Não,
ver.
porque 4 votaram sim e um votou não.
Sim, mas se calhar estavam a jogar menos jogadores.
GG então. Vou entrar na série.
Não, estavam a jogar os 5.
Dá-me um minuto que eu já volto.
Ok. Estamos bem, estamos bem.
The big thing was that we talked about
Vamos
how
meter
we
aqui
still
o
managed to get a lot of comfort from the
ecrã
side of
da-
Ventus, which made those fights
da
very
guerra.
close. But I mean, a few people really stepped
Yeah,
up,
getting him a bit
specifically
of
looking
cat,
towards
so-
Magic Felix and Shikara.
É.
Yeah, and you're seeing just like the pain that these team fights are with Fnatic when they were able to actually nullify Krislin. In all of these team fights right here, Krislin has the target on his back, Fnatic running down. Olaf is the one who gets in on him here. Even though he gets brought down with that Guardian Angel, his team can follow up. Krislin on this Ezreal pick in game 1 was a massive pain for Fnatic and brought Ventus to victory. In game
Então.
2, he was a massive pain for Fnatic,
Yep.
but wasn't quite able to pull out the W.
We think one of the big differences, obviously, is that you're much less mobile.
Vou
on this
adicionar o
side.
Marte Martinho como amigo.
We have
E
a
ele vem jogar
specific issue
connosco,
with the
dizes.
Veigar, much easier to deal with when you have
É jungler,
Ezreal,
vem
for
jogar
example,
connosco.
because of course you are.
Like on him for this going into this series. I mean, to be honest, going into this series, I don't think we thought we'd be in this position at all. Like with Ventus actually pulling through and really showing up. That game 2 was ridiculously close. It wasn't just us who thought this
Sim,
was
isso é
like a heavy
essência, e
Fnatic
então?
thing. I'm gonna quiz you
É
guys
sempre
here.
bom.
I was talking to Ventus before their series today, and
Tu trabalhas
I
amanhã?
asked for their odds about winning this series. Do you know what they said? Give me a
Ah, pois
number.
é.
I'd say 30-70.
I'm gonna go 40.
Mas ainda jogas mais um?
10%.
10%.
They thought they had a 10% chance of winning. Great
Okay,
confidence.
That's
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I then
confidence.
asked them how they thought they would win this series.
Krislin.
Yeah, it's gotta
Close.
be,
Yeah.
I'm giving
Okay.
you one. Hold that up.
I'm gonna let
Was
them
that say
reveal it.
become religious? was how.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Was how they, this was their main win condition, and now they're 1-1 in this series here. And the question has to be: we're on Easter weekend after all.
Do the dead rise?
Well, something along those lines.
Fnatic are trying
maybe
to.
this is the theme here. I'm feeling something.
Yeah, again, you know, Krislin was a god in that first game, and I feel like, you know, when you're going religious, you got to go big.
Procuro, match.
Not, you know, I don't think Ventus really expected themselves, like
Carrego,
you said, to be
pa
in this
match.
position where you're 1-1, where their second game
Wait.
was literally about
No.
1 or 2 team fights away from you going 2-0. And I think as well, like a lot of people who would be kind of saying, okay, Fnatic, you know, they came out of the group at death pretty much unscathed. They looked super strong. They came out of their own regional league amazingly well, like 3-0 in their own finals in the UKLC. And now we're looking at them kind of going, ugh, okay, well, maybe not as good as SK, or maybe even not as good as, you know, any of the other teams that have qualified. Like
I mean,
Mad.
the one thing I'd look at is just so classic UK scene to just destroy the group of death and then get the team that everyone predicted would be a comfortable 2-0, drag it right to game 3, and we genuinely have no clue who's going to come out on top here.
And that's the thing. We talked about a little bit of the draft, you know, obviously going into game 2, but I want to kind of revisit it as well, because the reason why Fnatic had so many issues, I feel anyway, in this second game was that it didn't stop what Ventus did in the first one. They just kind of gave them something else. And I want to know, does Fnatic really have to stop it, or are they, you know, comfortable going into it like in that last game?
Well, the one thing I would say is when we've seen Fnatic at their strongest, they've gone for much more early aggression, and I feel like Ventus are doing well at shutting that down. I really don't think that it's Fnatic throwing big massively anyway. I genuinely think Ventus have been good at finding openings. But at the same time, I feel like when we saw Fnatic at their strongest, for example, when they took down Rogue, of course, Rogue went extremely late game, so it looked even better. But certainly if you go for this heavy aggression and really push your advantages really heavily, it looks a lot better for them.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one there. And Foxy, do you think Fnatic are going to be happy enough, or do you think they need to start, like, you know, drastically throwing bans and picks differently with?
I don't know what to make of Fnatic, honestly, after those 2 games. Like you touched upon, statistically speaking, Fnatic.
Desculpa lá me ter tido parado, afinal não dá para ir mais a outra partida.
Statistically sublime, which is very hard to do when your group
Ok,
stage games
acho que vou jogar
really tough opponent.
Ranked.
Ranked. Vou experimentar o
We were,
Ranked.
you know, coming into EU
Fuck.
Masters, talking about
Mano, eu nem sei
finally
quando é que
a
eu vou chegar no nível
representative
30.
from UK who would challenge
Eu,
to actually
opá,
bring
não
home
vou
the
estar sempre a
title.
jogar e tudo e
It's coming
pronto.
home.
Pronto, mas quando chegares lá, chegas.
Now,
We'll wait for that.
Não há stress.
We'll wait for that.
You're going to need some other people
Não,
to
mas
desk,
tipo,
aren't
como
you?
estás em nível 30, eu também quero chegar o mais rápido possível. Olha, abri uma cápsula, viste o que é que me saiu?
Uhum. Licença.
Ainda merda. Mano, eu tenho muita merda ainda para gastar, olha. Eu tenho o Jarvan 4, que tenho que pagar ou ganho mais shards ou gasto 2880, que eu por acaso tenho. Tenho a Karma, que custa. Ok, what the fuck? Ela custa 3150, mas com a shard faz com que só custe 1890. Deixa-me cá ver. O trem da Mera custa 1350, mas como eu tenho duas shards, só me custa 810.
Trem da Mer. Eu tenho esse.
E depois tenho skins,
Trem da
olha.
Mer.
Tem a Foxfire Ari, que custa 975, mas 975 dinheiro verdadeiro, mas como eu tenho uma, só me vai custar 675 essências laranjas. Pocket Girl Tristana custa 975 Riot Points,
Pocket
mas como
Girl
eu tenho uma
Tristana, isso é uma skin.
Sim, é o que eu estou a dizer, agora é skins. E depois tem o Ruthless Pantheon, que eu não sei quem é esse. Custa 520 e é uma Legacy Content. Só me custa 220, ou seja, se eu quiser
Eu
posso
quero o
tê-lo.
Zed a seguir. 4800.
Mas eu não posso tê-la. Eu não posso ter essa
Se calhar.
skin, né? Essas três skins, porque
Ou a Zira, olha a
eu não tenho
Zira.
chance.
A Zira é das gratuitas, por isso é que temos que apanhado muitas vezes a Zira. Há muita gente a experimentá-la.
Se fores a ver, normalmente eles vão sempre para aquela. Pronto, é. Era o ulti do Pantheon. Oh! Sabias que é o ulti? Aquela habilidade em que um gajo está sempre aos pinchos?
Como assim? Qual?
Tipo, pode ir de uma ponta do
Quem
mapa
é
à
o
outra
gajo?
quando quiser. Aquele gajo irritante, yeah.
A Pantheon? Dizes tu?
Yeah.
Yeah, ele salta.
Mano, o ulti dele é mesmo cancro. De mil e uma maneiras. Eu nem consigo descrever o cancerismo do ulti dele.
Não, isto é o W que tu estás a dizer. Salta para o inimigo, mas não é de uma
Não,
ponta
eu
para
estou a
outra.
dizer o ulti dele. É
Ai, o
mesmo
ulti.
cancro. O ulti é cancro para caralho, esquece. Agora vais aí uns rankeds, eu sei que tu amanhã não trabalhas, por caso devia era ter aproveitado na sexta.
Que é?
Eu não sei, na sexta tu trabalhaste ou não? Agora ao contrário, eu agora segunda eu trabalho e tu não. Então é melhor sair da partida já.
Eu vou jogar uma. Agora.
Boa sorte, vê lá se ganhas.
Obrigado.
Vou dizer,
Ok.
se ganhas ou não.
Tá.
Quantas kills, quantas mortes e quantas assistes fizeste?
Vamos ver.
Peace out.
Tchau. Também há. Deixa cá ver então. Change mode. Vamos lá experimentar. Caraças, este é rápido.
Not a problem.
Ok, Lux. Ah, eu já estou em jogo, é verdade. Deixa-me mostrar aqui como é que está a correr o jogo. E vou meter aqui o som outra vez.
Oh, actually, we're gonna see Kazakh's locked in instead, so they're leaving that Ezreal going up instead.
Yeah, that's
Mid
a bit of a
looks
surprise
nice.
to me because you would expect Fnatic here would just ban out Ez right now, and then you've taken away 2 of Kristen's like
Vayne,
picks that
Vayne é
he's
mau,
so good
foda.
on, and to me that really takes away that power. Like, I would rather. I think Viking not on Kha'Zix is less of an issue than Kristen not on Ez or Vega.
Yeah, I think even now, I wonder if they follow that up with the Ziggs, because that's the real next pick that Crystallin's known for. But the issue is, you generally don't want to match a mage with that Braum, because a lot of it's focused around getting the concussive blows. You lose a lot from your laning phase, otherwise, may even push Crystallin onto something like the Lucian here.
Yeah,
Blitzcrank,
this draft is
merda.
not what I was expecting at all. I actually love the pivot from Fnatic to really focus on it.
Welcome to the League of Dreams.
Every single one of these picks, this does not scream like strategical, like meta draft. This is just like, yo, Ventus, you're good on this, you're good on that, you're good on this, you ain't playing them.
I like that they also took away the Zoe there as well. Almost certainly was going to be that first pick for Ventus. Again, you were talking about that comfort.
Yeah, there it is. No Corki for Magi Felix again.
But this confirms as well, most likely anyway, that we're going to see that Ryze top lane. However, I think this is a pivot as well before Crystalline.
Exactly, it could be Crystalline bot. I think that's actually a pretty good compromise for him because it's kind of like a Magi AD carry.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see exactly. Like you said, a lot of different things being taken away now. We're seeing the Ezreal finally banned away. The Azir, though, has slipped through the picks and bans. And we saw just how strong Magi Felix can be on that pick. And if they do lock in this juggernaut, this just screams team fight to me from the side of Fnatic.
Speaking of Scream as well, the Feral Scream really good into that Ryze matchup. I really like it.
Agora vamos lá ver como é que
specifically
estamos
into Ryze. We have
aqui.
seen a pick
Nível
there
3
before.
qualquer
Good for
cena,
just making
70,
sure Ryze can
31,
just set up on top of you.
30.
And the thing as well with the, I'm not going to talk about the juggernaut, but with the Rek'Sai, if you can get priority on top of that Ryze, you can just keep him CC'd up, and it's very, very difficult for the Ryze
Isto
to do
não
anything.
diz qual é o coisa, mas é só
did not have a good
só
game on
máquinas
it, but
experientes.
with the now Rek'Sai with a bit more priority, feels like he can definitely make that pick work.
It is a much more aggressive team in general from Fnatic. I like the idea that they can
Eu
play
pelo
very
menos
far
tenho
forward
dois
with
gajos,
it. I
já
again
tenho o
prefer the
rank.
Rek'Sai to the Olaf. I feel like they're more playmaking there. This comp, much happier with looking
Definido.
at Fnatic here.
And what do Ventus want to go for? And it's going to be the Ashe. So we're going to see Ashe Braum in the bot lane. A lot of ice and a lot of
Também
CC
temos
coming out from that
170
bot lane. You
aqui
can
que
set
é
up a lot
foda.
at that level 6, or even earlier with the slows and the concussive blows. But Corki in the mid lane, like we talked about, did look pretty good for Ventus in game 1. And now we have the comps locked and loaded. Guys, what are we thinking?
I think it's a very scary team.
Acho que este jogo vai ser muito complicado.
Like, falling behind versus pick comps like this, where you have like team
Os
fights as well,
mais
which you won't be able
fraquinhos
to use.
sou
it
eu
can
e
be
o
really scary,
Chasto.
almost precisely like we saw in that game 1. But I do like the fact that we have gotten Ventus off their comfort picks.
The one thing I will say for Fnatic though is that their team fight is monstrous. So again pulling back to that game 1 though, as long as they don't do something ridiculous like that Cloud Drake start they did, where they end up behind, that they consistently had to play from behind the whole game until their team fight was really useless. This time around, if they could avoid doing something like that, which I feel based in their game 2, you saw they're avoiding going for unnecessarily risky plays. I think Fnatic can get towards that team fight when they're able to take out Ventus.
And now Ventus, they're going to be feeling good. They got pretty much similar stuff to what they've always done the entire time. It's a bit more pick compy, a bit more CG. What is their kind of game plan going into this? Are they looking for just kind of, get snowballing and just keep that snowballing going? Or are they looking to kind of, fight around these objectives?
You see, I think Ventus are just looking to make picks. So they're just looking to get vision control and then play around those death brushes. Just pick people off, get those Ashe arrows down as well. Because even you have the Kazakhs to follow up on those kind of picks. You're just looking to take people out before they can get there.
And on the other side, Fnatic, what are they looking to do?
Just for team fight. Yeah, don't fall
all the
behind
time,
early.
yeah.
And just go for it.
Minions spawn.
We'll have to see exactly. We are being told there is a slight delay, though, because one of the players have an issue with the headsets.
Man,
but
o Snowman
just to kinda
Mastery é
talk before we
top.
send it to the casters, and Ventus, they're going to be feeling pretty good. You know, it's been 2 very close games. Big 1-1,
Foda-se,
like we
puta
said.
que os
It's
pariu,
not
filhos da
over just
puta.
yet. They've kept the same similar style.
Já me
They haven't
fuderam.
denied it yet, as of yet, so I
Os
think
gajos
they're gonna be
não-
pretty
não-
confident going into this game 3.
Vieram todos feitos
Happy
cães para
regardless.
ali.
Again, we did say they thought they had a 10% chance of winning. I'm just looking over the sign again. So even getting that one win was pretty big for them. They now have the tools to make good picks to punish the weaknesses we saw within Fnatic. I'm interested to see if they can find those again.
If this is a momentum-based team, though, they have just dropped a rather frustrating game to lose because they very easily could have won and gone 2-0 here. So, were you going to ask me about my predictions?
I was just about to ask. We are going to go into game very shortly. So, guys, final thoughts. Who is making it to play against SK Prime?
Outra vez!
That's the power you inherit.
Foda-se.
Yeah,
Fnatic
Fnatic.
2-1.
Yeah, tô
I mean,
alimentado.
Fnatic as well. Fnatic, we're going to see Fnatic potentially going up, but we'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds. Up to Hipbrain and Ender for one last time.
It's all on the line for both of these teams. One team will be coming here next week, and the other one.
Sim, vai ser muito
stuck at home
complicado.
playing solo queue. I am so ready to get going with this game, man. That
Oh,
last
man.
one was hypey.
Yeah, that last game was so sick. It was very close.
Aqui alguém
the
que
whole
já
way
está
through. Fnatic
completamente
really pulled back
alimentadinho.
in the end and force this final game 3. And coming out of that draft, I can't help but feel like both of these teams got exactly what they won. You know, whether it's Fnatic with the team fight comp or the split push capabilities that Ventus have been so successful with today.
Yeah, we're going to have to be tracking how these team fights and how these kind of lane assignments are going to be going into this next game, because, you know, if Ventus get that kind of strong lane control rotations around the map like they did in that last game, it might spell the end for Fnatic. But if Fnatic can continue to allow Dan to get these neutral objectives and then start for these big flashy engages, that might be all it needs for Fnatic to pull ahead.
Yeah, and you know, last game for Fnatic to win that game, so much came down to Shikari finding clutch engages in the later stage of the game on that orange pick, and now he's on the cannon. A little bit difficult to find those compared to the Ornn who can do it from miles away, but he will be so crucial in setting up Fnatic for a teamfight victory.
Well, once again, Crystal is on that Ezreal. So last time we saw Shikari playing this Kennen into him. Oh no, he's not. Sorry, he's on the
He's
Ashe.
on the Ashe.
I'm done.
It's
I'm
a
done.
little
Don't worry.
different.
One has a frost skin. The other one is basically, well, it's frost on Thor.
Good save, Hipbrain.
Alrighty, we're on to our third and final game. Lordy, lordy. It's been a great. But
It's
I'm
been a
still-
long day. This is our 6th game today.
I know, I'm still ready. I'm still like energy's flowing from that last game. I'm running on pure adrenaline at the moment. I've got to drive home after this as well, so
I like to hear it.
hopefully the adrenaline lasts long enough for me to get home.
Both these teams, I'm sure, running on adrenaline as well. That last game came down to some crucial team fights around the Baron. It certainly went the distance here. As for what we're expecting in the laning phase of this game, I think one of the big differences is this match is Dan on the left side. The Tail of Blades right side. So it is early game pressure here on the champion. You know, he's been playing the Olaf, and I don't think he's had
Foda-se, como?
liked to see. So now he is on this champion, has lanes he can work around. You better believe he's going
Como é
to
que eles me fuderam, mano?
And this is the pick that
Puta.
actually I've been really excited to see from him, because he's looked very good when he's on pick like the on pick like the Rek'Sai, like the Jarvan. The Olaf, he's been a little bit more kind of objective control focused. When he gets his hands off this Rek'Sai, he starts to put some pressure into these side lanes, and when Fnatic's side lanes get going, when they start to look confident, they start to get ahead, it gets very hard to stop that train.
Yeah, we know the Fnatic train in this game is very much about the team fight. It's about just blowing you out of the water in the 5v5. So if you actually get a lead in these lanes, it puts you in a very good position to try and close out the game. Whereas Ventus, I feel like they really want some time, especially for their solo laners. You know, Ryze and Corki definitely outscale in side lanes later on in the game and can do a whole lot of damage if given the chance.
Yeah, very bursty team comp for Fnatic. We're watching the jungle rotations around the map, especially on Dan Viking. Just be looking for counter ganks for the moment. Magic Phoenix back on that Azir had such an incredible game for them versus Rogue at the beginning of the group stages. So want to track that, but Shikari actually does just find out Viking.
And notice this, Dan actually got level 3 and is walking up. They don't know he's here.
Shikari actually just playing a little bit of bait here, just gives over the grab to his jungler. Solid play by Fnatic, does cost a lot of health for Shikari, but he's got those pots. He's got that shield so he can regen.
And the important thing there for Dan was he started with the sweeper. So in that bottom river, he used it, saw he was on a ward, cleared it, then took the scuttle crab. Viking didn't know where he was, so he started up the crab, of course, was standing on a ward himself. Shikari comes down and sacrifices some HP to make sure that Dan has the advantage here in this early start of the laning phase.
What's really exciting about this game, about this series in general, is, you know, we came in, we said Fnatic clear winners, clear favorites. Ventus then come in. Game 1, smash Fnatic. Game 2, they really put it to Fnatic. It was only the late game teamfights that really turned the game around for Fnatic. And it's not that Fnatic are looking bad. I think Fnatic are looking just as strong as normal. It's Ventus who are stepping up and actually bringing themselves up to the same level as Fnatic here. So what we've had as kind of a previous write-off of a kind of game to Fnatic actually looking very, very strong as Targamas finds a knock-up into the double knock-up into Quickstep. He's inside a trampoline for the moment. Will be forced fairly low, and Fnatic will take himself the blue buff as their reward here, but Quickstep and Viking about.
Yeah, Dan just doing so well in terms of experience. Already level 4, stealing away this blue too. He doesn't have the smite, but it's not going to matter. Your Viking can't get in the area, and Dan, with Targamas playing so far forward, doesn't feel worried at all about walking into the enemy jungle.
And even while Targamas has been kind of buying time for his jungler, Xmadi still staying equal in CS, still staying fairly comfortable in this lane versus Crystal. So quite a good game here for Fnatic.
One of the things that surprised me with Ventus, especially how they draft in this game,
Hold that. The good Unbreakable will block up a lot of those feathers, so Crystal can't get rooted by Xmadi.
Yeah, but remember, it was this Kha'Zix coming in, the third pick for Ventus on the red side, instead of the Jarvan. It was up. We fully expected them to go for that champion. Instead, they sacrificed some early game presence by not going the Jarvan themselves, as well as teamfighting strength because of this pick with the Kha'Zix. It provides you a lot of skirmish power specifically to combat the Rek'Sai, you know, as you move later into the game, and also the ability to play around your side lane so well with the stealth and the ability to jump on and collapse on side lanes. This Kha'Zix pick will be very good at setting up the split push that we know Ventus want to look for later on.
Well, we just see Dan get his first
Ok, estamos a ser esbardalhados completamente aqui, mas
gets himself a longsword and some boots, so it's going to be nice and quick around this map. We want to see where his first gank, where his early attention is going to be going, because topside Shikari is pushing. Mid lane, fairly equal, but it's a Corki. Can be quite hard to gank, and Targamas and Xmadi also with a lot of push. So for now, Dan's just playing the denial game of the Viking to stop him from shutting down any of these advantages Fnatic have been able to pull out early.
And because Fnatic have priority in both mid lane and bottom lane, it actually becomes much easier to instead of looking for a gank, as you mentioned, look to shut down Viking. So they're going to use very forward vision with these control wards in the bushes on towards this bottom lane, in the mid lane as well, and in the river around the Drake. So Dan will start that objective up because he knows he has the support of his lanes around him. He's not playing to get them kills, but rather to get his team a crucial objective.
Yeah, you see Magic Felix with the shove in the mid lane, Targamas in the shove in the bot lane, comes to join him to make sure he gets this objective nice and easy. Viking does know this is happening because everyone's left his side is middle and bot lane. Does go for the invader to take a few camps away from Dan.
And it's not free, right? You know, you give up some camps on the top side in order to get this mountain break, but because he had that EXP, he's not actually sacrificing that much. And I noticed about a minute ago, before this play happened, Dan actually pinged the Wolf camp. He's actually going there again. He has the timer on that because of when they invaded previously for the blue. They saw Viking finishing this one off. So this was a long plan. This has been in the works since that last invade. It seems like Fnatic have written out exactly the steps they want to take in this early game, and so far it's going all according to plan.
It's been a very exciting early game, especially as far as jungle pathing is concerned. The lane priority has allowed Fnatic to get these early advantages for Dan. It's a matter of how are they going to translate those into objectives. They've taken a Mountain Drake early. Next one up is with the Infernal as well, so Fnatic can get some of these early high priority Drakes. Could be key for them to take this game through.
Right now, Dan is moving bot lane. Magic Felix as well was shading there for a moment, potentially looking to dive as this minion wave crashed, but he is seen on a control ward. That'll make it a little bit more difficult, especially now that Magic Felix has to go back mid lane. They won't have him for this dive. They also on Shikari for him to get down.
Dan's quite comfortable though, just dodging away, getting at these Winter's bites. Just trying to give X-Manny some plates on this Zaya. He wants to get these items done. So it goes for a little bit of damage onto Crystal, and he does take a fair chunk. The Blast Cone will survive and give Dan a escape route out.
What ended up happening there was Dan's presence allowed Cardinals to walk very close underneath the tower, and Ventus didn't want to use
simplesmente
any
impossível
in fear that a dive was
parar
coming.
estes
So
dois.
it meant he was able to walk into auto-attack range and actually proc the Demolish, which eventually got them that first plate. Reality split between the bot lane here of Fnatic, and even though, again, it's not a kill from this Rex side, it is still applying very important pressure.
Now see, Crystal with that level 6 does have that kick, so the pick capability onto him. Might be a little bit hard to find it onto X-Maddie, who does have that Feather Storm, but Argument's very squishy on the Rakan. Is an option for him, but now sleeping, trying to get some push onto Shikari, just chunk him out a little bit. Has got himself a spell, but hence why he's running around with Ignite. He's liking actually. Good play here to read when the blue buff's up, take this from that.
One of the repercussions, of course, of Dan spending so much time around the bottom side of the map is that now the map is split. So Shikari's actually lost a bit of CS in this matchup up top side without having any pressure himself. He has to be pushed underneath his tower. Sleeping can pretty easily free hit on towards the tower as well whenever that wave crashes. So it is something to be aware of right now. Ventus know that they outscale on the side lane with this Rise, which is so good in the 1v1s, especially against the cannon, where if he tries to engage you, you just drop the Rune Prison. Sometimes you'll take the Phase Rush with the Arcane Comet for a little bit more laning presence in this game. The bottom side, look at Fiskernет. He has the package and might want to make a try.
Hanging around, seeing if that arrow connects, if they can go for the play, but he has been spotted on the water. Fnatic step away. 2 minutes until that Drake is up. Dan might just be looking to go topside.
Yeah, use the tunnel to get over the wall again. Hard to lock down this Rise, but they do have the Cannon ult and the Ignite on Shikari. They're going to make the move.
They're going to go for the play. The flash into the slicing Maelstrom. That is just going to be first blood. Nice and easy for Dan.
Super clean right there, but now Bugs!
X-Maddie with the fancy footwork dodges out oh so much. The feathers are on the grounds if they need to disengage, but Fnatic popping off early.
Absolutely, and check this out with the kill up top lane as well. Right at the 10-minute mark, Dan goes towards the Rift Herald. Viking was seen making that gank play happen in the bottom lane as well, so Fnatic jumping out to a very big early game lead.
Solid start here for Fnatic, not letting any of these previous games get to them. They've got a comp that plays perfectly into what they want to be doing early in this game, and they're looking to punish Flores. Artemis dodges away from the concussive blows. The quickness is on. They've got the feathers, and X-Maddie finds the kill. Crystalline flashes forward, but now he's in for a lot of hurt. X-Maddie, no mana. They do just have to back off for now.
Fnatic knew exactly how much damage they were going to do in that 2v2, making the snap decision to go clean engage and to get a kill. That wasn't even with the help of Dan. That was just because they had the advantage here for so long in the laning phase. 23 CS for X-Maddie and a kill on top.
You can see Fnatic are also getting these bases off at the perfect timing. Essence Reaver finished up at 11 minutes here for X-Maddie. They want to get this early spike. They want to get going in the lane nice and quick. And Felix did actually have his base cancelled, so he had to stay around for a little bit. He won't be basing up and getting items in time for the Infernal Drake potential fight.
He can go back to base now, and with Ventus actually jumping back in here, he will be jockeying for position and vision control over the river because both of these teams want the objective. Actually, right now, Sleeping has walked down. He has sacrificed a wave in that top side just to be here for the fight. They know Shikari doesn't have the TP.
Exactly, that's the key thing here. Shikari with ulti, but no TP available. See Magic Felix also at base, no teleport. It looks like Fnatic might just have to give up this objective here. Dan might be looking to come in the Realm Warp just to bait and slow him down. Dan is going to give up this objective. Ventus with a good rotation do pull out ahead here. Shikari gets a little bit of free time in the top lane though.
Yeah, Sleeping holds on to the TP though.
Darkness jumps in, he's got the backup of Dan. They get a two-man knock-up. X-Maddie throwing feathers down, and it's a double kill picked up for Dan. Viking leaps away to safety. What a turnaround for Fnatic though.
Fnatic waiting in the fog of war, make the decision to hop over the wall and find the kills. Remember, all summoner spells were blown from the Ventus bot lane in that last engagement, and Shikari just burnt Sleeping Flash.
Yeah, he did. Throws down the slicing Maelstrom, gets him to flash out. Fnatic will take their prize though, as first turret blood falls here in this bot lane. Not going to be solo gold onto X-Maddie this time, but he's still so far ahead. He's very comfortable.
He's in a great position, and for Ventus, it is really tough now. Down 1,700 gold between the marksman players on these teams. And of course, with that turret falling, the Rip Herald still in the inventory of Dan. It's almost a 4,000 gold lead for the Fnatic team.
And I mean, you also look at a massive chunk of that gold is on Dan, on this Rek'Sai. He played for the early game with that Hail of Blades you were talking about, shutting Viking down. Now, does the Kha'Zix kind of have a moment where he comes back in, or is he in a pretty doomed state for the moment?
I mean, he can come back, but look at this play top.
This might just be the moment as they brought 4 members in Shikari. No ultimate available. They just forced away Ventus as Viking hops over the wall. He's kind of always a little bit slower behind the rest of his team.
This is really bad for Ventus. I don't think they want to be stuck in the 2v2 right now because the Herald is being placed in the top lane. There's 4 members up here for Fnatic. They're going to try to clear the waves, but this turret will 100% fall.
They've got Demolish to work with as well. This turret will be falling to the charge of the Rift Herald. Do Fnatic stay for another charge is the question. Looks like for no for the moment.
Yeah, they can just walk down towards the mid lane now because they have such a tempo advantage in the game because Ventus sent their dual lane topside to try and defend. They could not.
Watch Magic Felix. He comes in with the flash. Shurima shuffle. Viking jumps down, but in comes Targamas. He takes an arrow to the face. He's going to go down in the 1-for-1 trade. The Featherstorm comes down, and X-Matty finds another.
The fight might continue though. Dan, actually, look at this.
Shikari just melts through sleeping underneath his turret. 7-1 on the scoreboard and a 5k gold lead over to Fnatic.
Fnatic are dismantling Ventus in this game. They pulled the bait and switch, right? They walked away from the top lane, looped around, and found the engage one more time. Really just abusing Ventus here as they just dominate them with this early.
They got 10 plates, 3-14 minutes as well. They have so much gold to work with. Magic Felix finishes up his stinger as well. Going towards the Nash's 2 with his item.
Ok, sempre sigo.
Into a little electrified ball. His socks on the carpet.
Even if Viking jumped onto him. But now, Ventus have to go into huge damage control because they're playing a composition that wants to split up around the map. They are not very good contesting against Fnatic and certainly not good from behind. Fnatic don't need to slow down while Ventus are sending members into side lanes trying to pick up CS to claw back in terms of gold. Let's just walk down this mid lane, take their 3rd and final outer turret. Set up her picks around the jungle because right now you actually see on that bottom side Viking and Sleeping most importantly is actually behind Fnatic.
Yeah, he must be a little careful for the moment, but Viking just had such a rough game to Dan's Rek'Sai. I'm so glad he managed to get his hands on it because it's been banned away so many times. It's vastly better than the Olaf, although his Olaf last game did set them up for success.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been the best early game pathing I've seen from Dan this entire series. Maybe one of the best games from him this tournament even, because the way he was able to really abuse his early game advantage, you know, he got a level lead, they spotted out Viking on the top side of the map and were able to rotate over, deny that crab, eventually steal a blue buff as well.
Oh boy. Sleeping. He gets feathers in his face. Sleeping will fall as X-Matty picks up his 3rd kill this game.
If we actually move down to the vision in the river for Ventus, you see they have wards. He thinks he's safe. He's like, there's no way they can get in here. They were just waiting in that bush. They've been there a long time.
The one blind spot he had. Very good. But I have now based up. Rapid fire cannon finished off on X-Matty. Played the Rune King for Crystalline, but he is so far behind here.
Ok.
To X-Matty on this
Estou oficialmente esbardalhado e
on this Zaya. They are 80 carries.
impressionado com o sistema de piques do LoL. Quer dizer, eu era sou um nível mais baixo aqui, uma diferença enorme relativamente aos outros. Acho isto muito estúpido estarem-me a parear assim, mas
by far his best champion in that bottom lane, and so far, even though it's not necessarily because of himself he's been struggling, you can't help but wonder, like, what would change had they made some different decisions in this draft. You know, certainly Fnatic put a target on his back and continue to do so, moving 3 members up towards this side of the map.
X-Matty and Targamas do come over to make sure that if they wanted to go for the fight, they were there. It's clearing out the waves here for Fnatic for the moment as they continue to control the vision around the map. They need to start to maybe move towards up a little bit further, aggressively into Ventus, try and catch Viking on these rotations, see about where he is, and then they can make judgment calls from there.
Well, let's check in on the game state, because honestly, Fnatic have been, you know, we talked about the rotation phase not that long ago. They just took all these out of turrets, and it becomes very difficult to actually press further in towards the enemy jungle. You know, you can't play for those inner turrets until Baron becomes more of an option. It's a little bit more difficult for you to make headway, so instead you play for vision inside the enemy jungle. You try to counter jungle away some of those camps and set up for any picks. If Ventus step too far forward, you can punish. But for the next few minutes until the Baron comes onto the table and we enter the Baron phase of the game, Fnatic won't be able to really pull the trigger.
Been aware of that. Shikari actually maybe just looks to go into sleeping, throws out the slicing maelstrom. The exhaust is used in sleeping. Actually takes a lot of damage, but does a lot to Shikari. Shikari uses the stopwatch, sleeping, forces the flash away. Shikari's now low. He's taking so much damage, and Viking's coming in. The socks have been rubbed on the carpet. Shikari's electrified. Viking leaps in. The minions block in, but it's not enough. A taste of fear. And Viking finds the kill.
Ventus are able to get the pick on towards Shikari, but they lose their mid lane tower. They don't have enough time either, or the numbers in this mid lane is more than either. So they're all able to play the turret themselves. It's probably the best case scenario for them in this game stage.
Just going down. See if he gets the local goal. There we go.
You know, some people say having gold on a rise is more important than a Kha'Zix. Ventus are not one of those teams.
I wonder if Fnatic just decide to go for this Baron as soon as it spawns. They're very far ahead. You've got Nazir, you've got Isaiah. You do take this down very quickly.
You certainly do, and just check out their inventory. That will tell you everything. That is 8 control wards currently ready for Fnatic to place.
Do it.
Yeah, they're going to sweep the river, and then they're going to put control wards inside of Ventus's jungle. And what that means is that Ventus are going to have to be very cautious when they try to get vision. Now, thankfully, they have the Ashe, so you have the Hawk Shot to try and check. You also have double blue orbs. You even have the Realm Warp to check and see if there's any action going on inside of that Baron pit. So they do have tools to try and notify themselves if Fnatic started up, but Fnatic do have the Mountain Drake, which will make them able to clip through that very quickly.
Shikari now with teleport and Ghost available, so should be able to join up if anything goes awry around that Baron area. But Fnatic now, just before Baron spawns up, do want to try and get a little bit of control on these side lanes, force the waves up into the face of Ventus. As Magic Phoenix looks to start up the Baron, down comes over the wall. On top of a pink ward, there it is, the Hawk Shot to spot them out. You do know this is going on, you need to keep your eyes on that arrow. Gets dodged away for the moment, Target was jumped away, Baron still aggro.
Ok, eu morri para minions, isso é deprimente.
I mean, that's 15 auto attacks. Oh no, it's not 5 anymore, it's 4.
That's 12. Quick math on the fly. I got your back. All right, Ventus, they're staying afloat for now. You know, this is what they've got to do. They're going to have to keep.
It's fine, it cost them all their control wards, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's some money. How much money? 225 gold.
That's a lot
and then
of
that's 30 gold for Fnatic for each one they kill. That's 90 gold.
I think they've actually moved some away.
So that's a difference of 315 gold.
No, it's still there. Yeah. Okay. They knew it was happening. That's all we can draw from this.
Really
That's
hope
all we can
Twitch
draw
chat
from this.
appreciates my on-the-fly math on air. Because people usually stay away from that.
I appreciate it because
Thank you.
My brain is fried after that second game. Is sleeping. He might just be looking to get fried here by Dan, but Dan got a quite squishy build for the moment with the GA, with the Warriors enchantment. Does a lot of damage, but he burst out. Okay, we need to be careful from drifting it. He's got that package available. McVilliams just shifts away to safety.
You see how Ventus are trying to play this game. They do have pick potential with the Kha'Zix and the Ashe arrow even. Try to find those maneuvers, but in the 5v5, they're so fun.
Billy actually flashes in forward to Kristen, who's already used that package to find him and running around that adaptive camouflage.
Kristen has used the flash as well, and Fnatic have gotten through exactly one control ward. Shaper's just 200 IQ, because every time they try to walk in for the Baron, Quickset's can just aggro it and they get chunked.
Yeah, Baron's just doing the job for them. Boom.
Estava mesmo que íamos morrer agora. Era a altura.
It's good for Kriskanet joining up the rest of the team, now completely summoner spellless. Has got himself the workings of the Infinity Edge alongside that Triforce. The Infinity Edge being finished up for Matty as well. Fnatic. We saw a risky Baron dance in game 2 versus Ventus. Ventus very good at answering out with them. Gotta be careful, they're in a chokehold, and Quickstep does have his ultimate available, so Fnatic Paying a little bit of respect for it.
Very possible that Fnatic just pull the trigger and look to find an engage, especially with Prisconet and Sleeping lacking their flashes. Keep in mind, if Ventus can actually avoid the initial engage from Fnatic, if they can kite back, they have 3 very high DPS backline threats in the Rise, the Corki, and the Ashe. So Fnatic will always have to keep that in mind. But the weakness of Ventus is that their front line is lacking. So actually absorbing those initial cooldowns from Fnatic will be difficult for them.
Well, Dan went up for a base, tried to get himself a couple more control wards. Targamas does need to be a tad careful as Viking is hanging about, but has actually managed to work with. Hope from these rockets from Pisconet is going to be a bit of a problem.
Watch this, towards the bottom side. Sorry, waiting behind Sleeping. Dan is on the way, they're looking for it.
They are going for the ghost onto him. Shikari jumps in forward with the Proto Belt, tries to find that stun, the slicing Maelstrom. Not quite enough, but Dan's coming over the wall. The Realm Warp is available into the knock-up. Down goes Sleeping, but look at the Baron. They're trying to get a pick onto one. Magic Felix falls, and Ventus, 1 for 1 on the map, have priority onto this Baron.
It was a huge blunder there from Magic Felix. They had a numbers advantage. Dan with the last-second flash knock-up there on towards Sleeping. Just a second to make it inside of that frame and stop the Rise from working out. He made it once, and just were able to punish well.
Right, the wave gets shoved out quite X-Matty, but Fnatic not going to go to the Baron now that they lost. Magic Felix on that is there. They're just going to throw the wall once again. Sorry, good up the team. He has teleport flash this time. What we did know is Sleeping took a crowd solo, so Drake's actually even here. That Elder Drake was in big conditions for Fnatic in that second game. Really good both the Infernal and the Cloud Drake as well. So a lot of Christmas meant to get buff really.
Ok, estou impressionado. Estou impressionado.
Both Magic Felix and Sleeping picking up the Riley's Crystal Scepter. They realize there's not a ton of CC on both of these sides, and they want to keep them close range. Now Sleeping will have to TP in if Fnatic commit to this Baron.
Actually, you're going for the hard commit, half health on this Baron. You can see Viking is waiting about over that wall, same level as Dan. Smites on, they're trying to see if they can find the bait, but Dan's taking a lot of damage from Baron. 2k HP, the arrow comes in. That's going to be Targamas with a 4-man taunt. Emperor's Divide comes down. X-Man, he's already going to find himself 1 kill, and that's the Magic Felix with another one for himself. 2 kills for Fnatic, and they might just turn back to Baron.
Fnatic kept the Baron low enough that Ventus still wanted to be involved. Sleeping only just making it into the fight with TP. Still low HP bars. Viking might want the pick.
You do need to be careful. Sleeping can't unload the hurt onto Fnatic. They jump around. They try to get the damage out. He gets the solo kill, but he will fall down. Fnatic take out Sleeping, but they lose Targamas.
Big trade right there. Sleeping able to stop Fnatic from finishing off the Baron in this game. It feels like even though Fnatic are up 6,000 gold, they're in this situation again where actually finishing the Baron becomes so difficult. Even right there, Ventus didn't really know exactly what they wanted to do. If Viking wanted to go look for the steal, if they wanted to go for that 5v5 fight. Fnatic were able to force that one, 5 versus 4.
It's insane that Fnatic is 6k ahead of Ventus Ender. It feels like this game is so much closer than it is. Fnatic really struggling to get on the Baron. We've seen questionable Baron dances from them all series.
That last play was quite good. They made the play. The difference for them is that they're so reliant on flashes to actually start.
Eu morri 16 vezes, tenho 0 kills. 0.
Flash on targets, they're going to have a flash on Shikari. Those are the 2 big cooldowns they need to get things kicked off here. Unless they just find Prisconet.
They might just go for the slow. The package is used and Prisconet forced away. Viking also hanging about once again. The vision control in favor of Fnatic for the moment as they're just going to clear out all of Ventus' wards here at the Baron.
They move up the outpost side. They can't get inside the Ventus jungle, then it's too easy for Ventus to put down vision there. They need to get much deeper wards right now. That means pushing up mid lane, escorting the wave through, and then dropping wards a little bit further in than they are right now. Targamas and Xmatty are trying to do that currently, but if they split up, they can't actually have the pressure with hands to that ball side of the map, lay down the vision they need to set up for that objective.
Do like the Sun Disc being used here by Felix. Drake is spawning up in 17 seconds. Just marginally slows down the push here from Ventus, but Fnatic now with that inside track onto the trade. Trade is the next one, so could be a key one here. Fnatic setting up, look for the feathers, find the route onto Quickstep. Targamas comes on the shield, the arrow connects onto him. Xmadi jumps away, and in comes Magic Felix, instantly exhaust. Divide away as Viking forces him to flash away. Shikari throws out the slicing maelstrom into sleeping as they do get a stun, but now Ventus looking for the flank. Keep your eyes on to Viking. Fnatic low HPs, these rockets starting to rip through them. The G8 onto Dan still though.
And Ventus have priority in the mid lane. They're forcing Fnatic out of here. Fnatic members trying to recall, maybe teleport into the fight or just get some HP back. Ventus starting to smite. Priskanet has the TP, can look to re-enter.
In comes the quickness, in comes the knockup.
Oh!
They get themselves one.
Xmadi got it!
Lord, Xmadi steals the dragon. Priskanet is just too late to save the day. And Fnatic equalize out on the Infernal score.
Even without the smite there, Fnatic were able to make it happen. And it's Xmadi who had just completed his third major item. Having 75% crit chance, he ripped through Viking there, destroyed the dragon, and now with the jungler on Ventus' side dead for 15 more seconds, Fnatic are making a beeline for the Baron.
They are absolutely bolting towards this objective. The QSS is finished up onto Xmadi as well. It means Crystalline's job gets infinitely harder. They're on top of a pink board, but they're going to clear it out. Looks like Ventus now try to answer out. They've got that Realm Warp. They've got a lot of ultimates coming off cooldown shortly. Magic Felix steps forward, and Fnatic secure themselves the Baron Nashor at 29 minutes.
Fnatic are in such a good position to close this game out. Not only do they have the Baron, but the flashes on Kennen are up. The flash coming up soon for Rakan. Fnatic have the tools to start a team fight. They have the Baron against not much of a frontline on the side of Ventus. They can look for the perfect fight. They can just walk through and try to take down these towers, because ultimately it's very difficult for Ventus to find a good engage against this team.
Ventus are going to base up, but there is a wave, big wave crashing into Fnatic in that bot lane, so Dan's going to make sure he goes and gets that objective. Shikari pushing up the mid lane, bit of a 1-3-1 being set up here by Fnatic.
Just setting up the minion wave, trying to get them to crack at the same time. It's actually Xmadi with the minions towards the bottom lane. You notice the next dragon is going to be the Infernal as well. Fnatic will look to use this Baron to open up the base. This is a 1 inhibitor tied to Baron. They're still turrets outside of the base. Those turrets will put them up on 10,000 forward if everything goes according to plan. Then the rest of the game becomes very, very simple. Then just want to stand a chance. I can't help but feel like they must hold on to their inhibitors. A composition that wants to split up and look for scrappy engagements does not often succeed in the base of the track.
Shikari in that mid lane, a little bit of a ways away. Teleport is available. Siege is started up by Fnatic. It's happy with his cannon.
Yeah.
Zoning away as the
É
Ashe
melhor
connects
assim.
in. Quickstep comes in.
Eu vou-me manter a jogar fora de ranked, porque ranked estou a ver que ainda não é para mim, nem nada lá perto. Bronze 4, provisions, rank unlocked. Eu venho já, eu volto já.
Takes the Q, Targamas chunks it up to make sure he's okay. Xmadi going in for the siege. One turret has gone down, and Ventus have forced Fnatic away.
Oh man, Xmadi in that team fight. He goes untouched, sitting 7-0-5 now on the Xayah. That will be the inhibitor that falls. See, one more time, they find the miracle engage onto Magic Felix. He's instantly burst down, but Xmadi, he can't be touched. He uses the ultimate. He still has a QSS, and without a front line to protect them, he's able to pick up the double kill.
Such a great fight there for Fnatic. Xmadi will take himself a red buff. That second Infernal, third Infernal total, though, is spawning up for one of these teams in 1 minute 12. And you've got to think Fnatic are the teams who are going to be eyeing that up, as Baron going to be wearing off before they should be able to really crack another turret.
Somehow, Ventus must avoid this engage.
Coming in. Oh, takes an Asher to the face and gets knocked up again. Tongas jumps away. Oh my lord, Magic Felix! What a turnaround! But there's a 1-for-1 Viking on that flank. Looks to go in for the slow. They throw out the Featherstorm for the moment. Dan gets turned onto. Sleeping is going to go gold for the moment. Shikari on the flank, but Viking is popping off. He does go down, and Fnatic have turned it around. Priskanet is solo, and the minions will clean him up. Chrisland taking a cue to the face as they jump forward. Chrisland is low. He will fall down. Fnatic find the ace, and now they will follow it up with the base.
Ventus cannot find Xmati in the team fights once again. Fnatic ripped through them. There's nothing left standing in their way. Quickseth will spawn, but just a Braum is not enough.
Don't have any minions to work with but one caster, but Dan makes sure he tanks it up for the moment. The Nexus will be exposed. Quickseth can do nothing but watch as he falls. The Nexus goes down, and Fnatic have punched a ticket to the semi-finals.
What an absurd performance from Fnatic's AD carry. Xmati on this Xayah. It has been a long time since I've seen a performance like that on an ADC, and he absolutely slaughtered Ventus.
This is the man who's been studying under Reckless all season long. He even went up to the LEC finals to watch them with the team as their sub. Comes in today and steps up for Fnatic in both of their last two games where it was looking hairy versus Ventus.
Yeah, it was absolutely huge for them, and Ventus put up such a fight, but in this game, so many things changed for Fnatic. Dan all of a sudden was on a very strong early game champion that he had an impact on. They split the map entirely. He put all of his resources to play around Xmati in the bottom lane, and it paid off big time for Fnatic Rising.
Yeah, it paid off for Fnatic Rising, but you do have to pay homage to Ventus because they were the team who no one really expected to go really that far in this tournament, let alone go far versus a team like Fnatic, but they really gave it to them. And even though they didn't come out on top today, they can walk away quite happy with their game. Their series they played today.
Yeah, no, they played a fantastic series. Game 1 was super clean from them. Game 2, I thought they could have had it in the late game. It came down to some pivotal fights. Game 3, of course, I think Fnatic definitely had gotten their number by that time, but this team will go home with their heads held high. I think they learned so much through this tournament. From the group stages to this series here today, they showed so much improvement and growth that it's just really been a pleasure to watch.
Pleasure to watch indeed, and we're going to pass it down to the analyst desk to break down Fnatic's victory over Ventus. So Ashin, over to you.
It wasn't pretty, it wasn't easy, but Fnatic do claim that final spot in the semifinals of the EU Masters 2019 Spring, and like the guy said on the desk, it's going to be pretty good for Ventus. They feel pretty good about themselves. They didn't
Ok, estou de volta. Vou mudar para draft pick, é melhor. Praticar mais isto porque não quero também estar a estragar o rank, a hipótese de ranking do outro pessoal. Mas que isto é muito... Foi horrível, foi.
Xmati smirked in a lot of these fights as well. Xmati played an insane game.
Yeah, this is a really, really good demonstration of how even when Magic Felix, who was the guy we put a lot of focus on in the pre-show for this series, even when he goes down, Xmati is still able to make it happen. He's basically frontlining these fights.
Yeah, and I don't think it's unfair that we've seen a lot of people hyping up Magic Felix, but it's the rest of the team that really stood up for me this game, because Targamas gets denied so many times here by Ventus, but it's still Xmati's damage that follows through. Also, decent play on Magic Felix, but still only ends up with the 1-for-1. It's Xmati who's left to carry the fight.
Yeah, but Ventus didn't go down without a fight. They were still trying to make those plays happen. This is a great example of it, where Sleeping party pulls into the backside right there. Isn't quite able to make it work.
Party for one. Yeah, not the best party to be going to. He definitely kind of walked in and was like, I'm in the wrong neighborhood, and immediately was regretting his decision. But like you said, Fnatic, they do get the win. It's 2-1. Definitely not as convincing as we all thought it would be. And if we have a quick look at the bracket as now, because we have all got all 4 of our semi-final teams set up and ready for Leicester next weekend. And honestly, every single one of them deserves to be there.
Yeah, I think we see a lot of 2-1s as well, so that shows how close that round of 8 was. The only 2-0 being Mad Lions taking out their own domestic partner in Splice.
And that was a stark difference to what we saw with them in the LVP playoffs, where Splice actually 3-0'd Mad Lions on their route to finishing top of that and becoming the first seed in Spain.
I think it also shows how Mad Lions have improved over the course of the tournament, how a lot of these teams have improved over the course of this tournament. Remember, 3 of the teams, the top 4, are play-in teams. They were not the top seeds from their regions.
Every single play-in seed that came into the main group stage has
Ok, não
gone
tem
through the knockout stage.
senhas.
Let's have a look at how we, the analysts and the casters, have been doing in the L predictions. And I
Wow.
see that you are doing quite well on top of this one. Don't think we've added the points just yet for the Fnatic one, but
It's not going to change anything. We all predicted the same.
picks are not there, but the points have been added. And you got yourself ahead of Ender.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some of us actually think about
Foxy,
predictions
what's
we go
happening?
for,
What's
you know.
happening?
There's actually some thought going into it. We all knew what was coming through. I just need some time from my bad mistake to get a feel for the team, but now obviously it's so clear.
I just didn't want to be selfish and take all of the spotlight.
Of
Which
course.
I do by
Good
my
support.
phenomenal casting and analyst
Okay.
segments. I've got to give you something.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. I mean, I appreciate it.
That is not...
That was not time to be saying thank you. But as we come down to the end of today's show, of course, if you want to see any of the teams that have qualified, SK Gaming or Misfits Premier, especially with Fnatic and Mad Lions, you can get your tickets, of course, for the Leicester Haymarket Theatre. The final is next Saturday. Sorry, semi-finals next Saturday with a Sunday on the final on the Sunday. Excuse me, messing up my words. ESL.im/EUM tickets. And also, don't forget, we're also going to be keeping an eye on our ESL World Twitter as well, because there's actually quite a bit of things that we have yet to be announced. We're not even privy to them as of yet, but there's going to be quite a few things to be doing on the day, so keep an eye for those announcements. And end of day, you know, end of quarterfinals, what do we feel? I want to get some, maybe like a little bit of insight before we sign off. Who's going to win it?
I mean, it's pretty much impossible to call because everything I thought was going to happen in the quarterfinals did not happen. So it really depends what team shows up on the day. You know, Fnatic looked pretty shaky today. Honestly, I feel like Mad Lions have looked like the cleanest of the teams. The fact that we have France, Spain, England, and Germany all in the semi-finals, all here, coming to the live part of the EU Masters, makes me very excited for those kind of like regional rivalries.
I like how you completely dodged the question.
Yeah. Train.
But I mean, I think I agree with Foxy's point right in the middle of that. Well, that was that Mad Lions probably look like one of the cleanest teams, but they really now need to be tested because one of the big things in their next matchup is that Misfits, everyone knows what they want to go for, but they keep managing to perform in it anyway. So I want to see if Mad Lions have a response. And honestly, I think the winner of that will be the strongest person going forward, in my opinion.
Yeah, and SK obviously are notorious for not performing offline as they do online. So we'll have to see how that one goes. But that is all we have time for today. First, before we sign off, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, PaySafeCard. Without them, none of this would be possible. But as for myself, the casters, and my beautiful analysts, that's all we have time for today. And we will see you guys next week live in Leicester.
Ok. Todos estes gajos já têm alto nível. Eu sou dos mais baixos aqui.
After 3,000 self-made jumps in, self-made gets it, and Mad Lions have bitten back.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
My God, that is absolutely stunning! They are the champions!
Minions have spawned. This is my path. First love. Never waste a breath. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. By the power of the stars. The whole world in balance.
Está cada vez mais complicado.
To feel almost protected.
Enemy rampage.
Violence cannot go unanswered. Where am I needed?
An enemy is unstoppable.
I lend my aid. For peace of mind. carefully. I heed their call. By the power of the stars.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
I lend my aid.
Headshot.
Ally has been slain.
Bem, este não está assim muito mal.
Ally has been slain.
I heed their call.
An enemy has been slain.
Ok. Quando o pessoal não quer jogar não vale a pena. É melhor desistir. Porque... Vamos fazer outro no mesmo tipo de jogo. Depois logo se vê. Sou bottom? Boa.
But all my light puns would have brightened your day.
Let us hunt those who have fallen to darkness.
Ok. Não parece estar a funcionar. Mouse left wheel. Porque é que eles me continuam a parear só com máquinas? E o que me foda, não?
As evil grows, so shall I. Evil lurks around every corner.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
In the dark, all is laid bare. Beware.
Minions have spawned.
I smell black magics. Cleansing blood with silver.
First blood.
I release them from their pain. Silver of the moon.
Ally has been slain.
I bring sweet. They will be purified. The dark should fear me. Those are to be feared.
Enemy killing spree.
Evil lurks around every vessel. I hear the innocent cry out. On wings of night. The shadows are to be feared.
An enemy is unstoppable. An ally has been slain.
Evil lurks around every corner.
An ally has been slain. Rampage. Turret plating will fall soon.
In the dark, all laid bare.
Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy killing spree.
Smell black magics.
Enemy killing spree.
The dark should fear me. I hear the innocent cry out. On wings of night. The shadows are to be feared.
Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
Foda-se. Eles deixam fazer tudo. Eu até não estava horrível aqui em cima, mas está a ser um esbardalhamento total. Eu vou dar isto à Nami porque ela há bocado estava. Pronto, enfim. Ora bem. Okay. Wait for file. Vamos ver agora se dá. Vou jogar mais um. Ok. 300 e tal gigas. Capas por segundo significa que isto não vai sacar já e tal, vai demorar muito e o caralho.
But all my light puns would have brightened your day.
Let us hunt those who have fallen to darkness.
Ok. Quatro um SRT, 4-2 SRT. Ok, vamos ver se isto funcionou. Ok. Vai ter que fazer o wait for mouse move. Ui, isto é tudo malta já experiente, pá. Eu estou fodido com isto. Eu odia tudo isto. Ok, já estamos a jogar, parece.
I lost another blade. Within this time.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
I hear the innocent cry out.
Minions have spawned.
Demacian faith is a hollow shield. Did someone send you here as a joke, Yordle? Did Kale send you?
Evil lurks around every corner. Cleansing blood with silver. They will be purified. Silver of the moon. I bring a swift death.
not my magic evil.
The shadows are to be feared.
An ally has been slain.
On wings of light.
An ally has been slain.
The dark should fear me. I release them from their pain. They will be purified.
What's your torment?
In the dark, all is laid bare. should fear me. In the dark, always laid
An ally has been slain.
I hear the innocent cry out.
Foda-se, mano. Como é que eu tenho isto?
Cleansing blood with silver.
An ally has been slain.
Evil lurks around every
What the fuck? Esqueci-me sempre do Willing, mano. Foda.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I smell black magics. Beware.
Por acaso agora não me esqueci. Simplesmente não o tenho.
The shadows are to be feared.
Circled by your sin.
I pass judgment. I release them from their cage.
Slain. Turret plating will fall soon.
Eu não ajudo mais a Morgana, ela é que se foda.
Has been slain.
Ela está a tentar arriscar à toa. Não vale a pena.
On wings of night.
Enemy killing spree. An enemy has been slain.
The dark should fear me. around every corner.
The earth reflects your torment.
I smell magics.
An ally has been slain.
The shadows are to be feared. They will be purified. On wings of night.
Shut down.
Should fear me.
An ally has been slain.
You thought my magic evil.
Ok, eu estou.
I hear the innocent cry.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Is unstoppable. An enemy has been slain.
I smell
An ally has been slain.
beware.
Puta que pariu.
The shadows are to be feared. On wings of light. The dark should fear me.
Enemy double kill. Enemy killing spree.
Foda-se, a sério.
The earth reflects your torment.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I hear the insect cry out.
Enemy rampage. An ally has been slain.
Evil lurks around every
You got my back.
cleansing blood with the silver.
An enemy has been slain.
I smell black magics.
Let me show you what it is to fall.
Porque é que o rei do jogo me pareia sempre com gajos muito acima?
The shadows are to be feared. The dark tasted me.
Enemy double kill.
Agora.
Been destroyed.
Defeito. Independentemente de mutar, nem lhe retira o mérito de fazer um bom suporte. E pronto, ficamos por aqui. Já chega de esbardalhamento hoje. Até amanhã.